name is Felisha Hennessey, and I'm a realtor in California and in Texas. Texas is huge, so to be more specific, I am like the greater Houston area, the Woodlands, Spring, Lake Conroe, right there. So my family just made the move from California to Texas, and moving trucks, the entire moving situation, is a big topic of conversation for people who are considering that move, right? So I will say, U-Pack is the way to go. U-Pack was the most cost effective for us, and it was the easiest route. So we made the mistake of calling a broker, which I later found out that's what they are. So you will be bombarded if you also make that mistake with every moving company there ever was anywhere calling your phone and saying that they've got the best rates and yada yada. And buyer beware. Some of them do not accept credit card because they do not want you to argue the charge with the credit card company when it either doesn't show up or they're going to charge you more upon arrival. I highly recommend looking at the BBB when you do talk to some of these companies, because you will see a lot of red flags. So the very first company we called had a fantastic price. Everything sounded so great, and then they wanted us to Zelle them, and we were like, no thank you. And then we pulled them up on the BBB, and all of the comments were, they charged me more once it arrived, it was late, I couldn't get my money back, yada yada, just all of those things. So we have 3 kids and 2 dogs and 2 vehicles, and we had contemplated all of these different scenarios. Do we fly and ship the cars? Do me and the kids just fly and the husband drives one car and we ship one car, and maybe he's driving a U-Haul? We went through all of the different scenarios that would help us get here, and the U-Pack truck just ended up being the best. So when we called U-Haul was about $4,200, and that is us driving a U-Haul, and then the expense of shipping at least one vehicle because we need to get them both there. So that adds up. And then when we called U-Pack offers basically like a 28-foot truck that they drop off in your front yard, and you get to load the first 17 feet of that truck. And I liked that U-Pack was super transparent, and I don't have any kind of like affiliation or anything with U-Pack. This is just our personal experience and why I liked them. But they were really transparent in their contracts. You can extend your date, you can move your date closer within their availability that's on their online calendar. It was $4,500 and then $100 per foot after that 17 feet that you took, with a maximum of 5,500 and some change. So we knew, okay, if we go over our 17 feet, we're paying 100, 100, 100. And we did go over our 17 feet. So we had a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot home that we were moving, but we basically got rid of everything in our guest bedroom and pretty much everything from like the kids' playroom. So essentially we moved about a 3-bedroom home, but we took all of our mattresses, our dressers, our couches, our fridge, all of that stuff, and it managed to fit. We took up 3 extra feet, so we took up 20 feet in this 28-foot trailer. So they dropped it off at our house. We had 3 days to load it all up, which is great because then you're not, feeling rushed and under the gun. And then when we were done packing, we called U-Pack. They came and picked it up, and little tip that came from one of my teammates in California, I'm so thankful for her, put an air tag in one of the boxes that is going into the U-Pack, because then you know exactly where your stuff is. So I don't have an iPhone, don't judge. However, my friend has an iPhone, so she hooked it up to hers and was able to tell me it's in Arizona, it's in Dallas, it's here. And we were able to see exactly where it was, which did come in handy because there happened to be an ice storm in Dallas when we got here, and they told us the truck was in one place, a railroad yard. And I knew that it was not because I could see where it was. So then they were like, oh, well, let me see what's going on. And then they got to the bottom of it, and the truck arrived the next day. So then when they do drop it off at your new location, they also leave it there for 3 days, or if it only takes you a day to unload, then you can just call them and they'll come and get it, and they just come and take it away again. So it saved us the expense of having to ship vehicles, because then my husband and I were both able to drive one of the vehicles. And we did make a pit stop at a Hyatt in Albuquerque, and that I think will be a whole nother video. But Basically, I wanted to let you guys know that UPAC was really cost efficient and super simple, and we did have to adjust our dates, and that was totally fine, and it just made the process super smooth, and we knew exactly what we were getting. Everything was outlined in that contract. There were no surprises. The $4,800 is all that we paid, and we knew that that was what we were expected to pay. There were no hidden fees, no tricks, no anything.